Good morning, YouTube. It's so nice to be back this morning. It is 8:30 on a Thursday, and so this must be the time for the NWI, which is Networking with Integrity. I'm Annette Walters, and I have been in corporate and entrepreneurial sales and marketing since I graduated from college. This is a journey that has been fraught with challenges here and there, and one of the main one was networking. And even talking to my friends these days that are in sales and marketing or maybe own businesses, it is a challenge to go to networking and not feel icky. And it's a lot to do with the sense of the unknown, not knowing who you're going to meet or the conversations that you're going to have along the way. And hopefully through networking with integrity and asking me questions, I am going to hopefully and together lead us down the path to making networking work. I would say that that was probably one of my first challenges when I first got into sales is that networking, I would spin my wheels and not really see anything come of it. But here at the NWI, that's where you're going to learn where I failed and you're going to shortcut your way to success. So, today we are talking about the number one networking skill that really does move the needle, whether you are looking for a job, you are trying to advance your career, you're trying to find the best employees. Again, yesterday I talked about the fact that 7 out of 10 jobs that are out there in the market are never posted. 7 out of 10. How do people find them? Through networking. So, whether you're an employer or you are looking for a job, networking is a key way to find those select jobs that don't ever hit like an Indeed.com or Monster or things like that. And then, of course, the last way is to increase sales for your business. Networking is a way where you open doors that a postcard or a just a cold call is never going to quite get you in the door until they're really in need. So let's talk about the skills. We're going to talk about, at least initially, I'm going to get my high tech up here. So we've got networking skills. I'm sure a lot of these look familiar: communication, active listening, nonverbal. We've seen these before. We've also got confidence, writing. One a key to networking is your writing skills. If you have challenges with grammar or with spelling, make sure that everything is checked before you send it out. Some quick email, if you are not always precise, is not the best thing to go out. Um, I have seen, for example, let's say that you work in the legal field and you send out something with a typo. What is the perception that goes toward that, the ability to actually write a good contract? Sure, maybe you wrote there or there, THERE versus THEIR. But in the minds of consumers, that makes a difference because that shows your attention to detail. For most of us in the um, industries that we are in, that attention to detail makes a huge difference on that know, like, and trust scale. So if you need to engage Grammarly, engage, of course, your spell check, and if it's super important, have somebody else read it out loud to you. That way they can check the spelling and you can check the content. So there's my tip on writing. Okay, so let's look a little bit further. Curiosity. This is something we're really going to dive into. Positivity, sincerity, and of course, giving and serving. Sincerity and kind of giving and serving go together. It's how you present yourself. And when you are coming from that giving, serving spirit, serving before sales, serving before or proving yourself before you actually take a position, it is one of those things that helps to demonstrate character and sincerity before you're actually on the line and committed. And that makes a huge difference because We have if you've been through any sort of sales training, they go show, don't tell, show, don't tell. Nobody likes to sit through a seminar, but they want to understand, why this thing that you're trying to express is true and how it is applicable. And that is best done through storytelling and experience. And so if they can actually learn it through a story or they can learn it through an actual interaction, that makes a huge difference. And all of these networking skills, these are super important. These are skills that you really should have um, continual training on it because each of them you will get better at with the number one networking skill, which is practice. Now, a lot of people say, "Well, that's an act. That's not a skill like those things." But I beg to differ because in this age of basically short attention span, we have a lot of trouble focusing in on any one thing for very long. And when you can't focus in on any one thing for very long, it's hard to get it's hard to get really good. I mean, look how many things are on this list. Whoops. And I'm sure there are more. But the thing is that if you jump from here to here to here, you're listening to a seminar on, how to be more positive or, nonverbal communication. You can only do so much at any time. And what we really need to do is that we need to practicing. Practicing isn't the sexiest thing that is out there. Practicing is something that we don't get a lot of dopamine hits for because practicing is trying something, not doing it right, trying something, failing, trying something, learning, trying something and trying it again. Because a lot of these things, though we can go through trainings and seminars, we really need to make it our own and internalize it to make it most effective. Because when those skills are on lock, when those skills are well practiced, that's where we become super nimble in our conversations. That's where we take the focus that we've talked about in the last couple of days and put it out there, not here. When it's here, we're protective. We're trying to prove that we belong. We're trying to justify our existence within that. Possibly whether you're doing a one on one or a cold call, or you're actually going out into like a 50-person networking group. When we have a focus on practice, so it's just something that we do and we're really good at practicing, that's when those other skills get good. And that's where we take the focus and that protective measure that keeps basically people from coming and knowing us. This wall keeps us from being sincere. That's when this breaks off and we move out into where they are. We have the ability to actually meet them where they are when we are well practiced at those skills. And I know a lot of people don't talk about practice in quite this way. We really apply it to, okay, well, here's this thing that you need to learn and get super good at. But the skill of practicing, I think, is a lost art because we, as a culture these days, expect to, maybe do something once or twice and be able to play, say, I don't know, a 10-page Bach concerto without any problems on the piano, but we just sat down 3 days ago. That 10,000 hours that they talk about in order to get good at something, that requires focus. That requires commitment, like we've talked about before, which is all part of the process of practicing. Practicing doesn't come with a lot of dopamine hits. It's kind of um, it's it's a delayed gratification type of act. And what we need to realize and work to, I guess, really just decide to participate in this even when it seems like a drudgery, even when it seems like we're not going to get it right, even when it takes every ounce of energy for us to get up and practice again. So, as you move forward in this week, if you've got something that you need to improve, the first thing to set up is how you're going to practice it. Because practicing is the number one networking skill. Because without this, the rest of them don't get any better. And this is your cornerstone to a complete quiver of arrows, if you will, of things that you can do to connect with other people. My name is Annette Walters. I'm with the NWI, Networking with Integrity. And I hope that this has been of help to you. If you have any questions about this, or you would like to just get a little insight as to how it would apply to your situation, I encourage you to email me at contact@thenwi.com. You can also go out to thenwi.com and schedule a call with me. I am available for business coaching, and we are going to be do some free lives here in the next couple of weeks. So if you are, even if you're in the local DFW area, we are going to get a couple of groups together locally in person as well as online. So if that is of interest to you, any of that, be sure you follow me. Oh, and the last thing is on Monday, we talked a little bit about networking questions. One of the things that I am giving away is the 3 best networking questions. If you're interested in that, I will email that out to you along with a video, because not only do you need to make these questions your own, but you need to understand why they are so important. And so I have a worksheet and a video available to you for free, because all of us need to network better so that we can accomplish what we're setting out to do. Again, I'm Annette Walters with the NWI. I look forward to meeting you, and we will be together tomorrow morning at 8:30 right here on the YouTube channel for the NWI Networking with Integrity. Have a wonderful day.